Hello and thanks for joining us. This is the Signature TV News Update. I am Marvelous Abumman. Now in the headlines. Hoodlums enforcing IPOB sit-at-home burn bus carrying foodstuffs in Enugu State. Expert has urged federal government to cut down administrative expenditure instead of borrowing to finance its projects. Banks begin enforcement of CBN directive on forest defaulters. Now, the details. Nigerian political activist Jide Ojo has urged the federal government to cut down recurrent expenditure instead of borrowing to finance its projects. Ojo stated this during the interview section of the Signature show on AIT on Sunday. He said that Nigeria spends more than 90% of its revenue in debt serving, suggesting that administrative expenditure of the federal government should be reduced.
The question is, what are we borrowing for? They will tell you we are borrowing for development, but are there no alternatives to those borrowings? I believe there are viable alternatives. We have not seen significantly the improvement in facilities that they claim they have used this money for. I am of the opinion that even many of the borrowings, if we prune down our cost of governance, we will save a lot that can be used to fix those infrastructures.
Ojo stated that government should stop borrowing as Nigeria does not have the financial strength to repay the loans, adding that Nigerians do not feel the impact of infrastructures the federal government claimed to have provided with these loans. Hoodlums enforcing a sit-at-home order issued by separatist group, the Indigenous People of Biafra IPOB, on Monday set ablaze a bus conveying tomatoes, vegetables and other foodstuffs to Enugu State. The leadership of IPOB has earlier suspended the every Monday sit-at-home order, vowing to deal with any hoodlum enforcing the order. Sources say the vehicle Ford brand was set ablaze by people believed to be enforcing the erstwhile sit-at-home order at Idem Junction, Ibagwa, Nike, in the Enugu East local government area of Enugu State around 5:45 a.m. The vehicle was reportedly coming from the Ugogo end of the OP Enugu bypass when it was blocked and set on fire by the hoodlums. Sympathizers were said to have put a call to the state fire service, prompting a quick response by the Ugui Road Fire Service Station. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has urged President Muhammadu Buhari to direct the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami San, to widely publish the names of those indicted in the alleged misappropriation of over 6 trillion naira in the running of the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) between 2000 and 2019. As documented in the recent forensic audit report on NDDC. In its open letter dated 25th September 2021 signed by SERAP Deputy Director Kolawole Oluwadare, the organization said that it is in the public interest to promptly publish the names of those indicted in the audit report and to ensure that they face prosecution as appropriate. SERAP further stated that these decisive steps would advance the victims' right to restitution, compensation and guarantee of non-repetition, as well as improve public confidence in the fight against corruption. Adding, combat the corruption epidemic in the NDDC and rein in those indicted would alleviate poverty, improve access of Nigerians to basic public goods and services, among others. Nigeria's Vice President Yemi Osinbajo has said that Nigeria will remain one despite several agitations for secession. Speaking on Sunday at the 61st Independence Anniversary Service and the 45th Anniversary Service of the Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN) at the National Economical Center, Abuja, the Vice President said even with the security, economic, religious and ethnic challenges, the collective vision of a united, peaceful and prosperous Nigeria abides. The Vice President noted that 10 of the 36 states in Nigeria have larger economies than at least 15 African countries, with most accomplished men and women in the arts, sciences, sports, technology, and commerce. In attendance were Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, members of the National Assembly, Judiciary, and the Federal Executive Council. Others include the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor Enoch Adeboye. CAN President Reverend Supo Ayokunle, among others, was also present. The United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, has commended Governor Ben Ayade of Cross River State for constructing a world-class teachers' continuous training institute in Biase local government area of the state. UNICEF representative Bawana Vajpai, who commended the governor at a four-day training of youth volunteers on real-time monitoring for the Child-Friendly Communities Initiative held at the Institute's amphitheater, said the state-of-the-art facilities in the institute ranks among the best across sub-Saharan Africa. The UNICEF representative said the institute would become a citadel for teachers' development sooner than later in Africa, describing the development as the hallmark of a leader with vision. On her path, UNICEF education specialist Dr. Agatha Nzeribe said the facility is a product of good and deep thinking, stressing it would ensure that teachers receive the needed capacity development at intervals. This is something worthy of commendation. Now moving over to business, commercial banks in the country have commenced the enforcement of a directive by the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, to publish names of forest defaulters as part of the clampdown on unethical customers trying to get around the bank's new forest policy. CBN had, in a circular address to all banks on August 30, 2021, ordered them to publish on their websites the names and bank verification numbers of customers who participate in fraudulent and unscrupulous tactics to obtain forest exchange from banks. The directive was issued following reports of sharp practices by some unscrupulous customers to circumvent the new CBN policy on the sale of forests for overseas personal and business travel. The circular signed by the Apex Bank's Director, Bank Supervision Department, Haruna Mustafa, noted that some of the fraudulent practices include the use of bogus visas and the cancellation of air tickets following the purchase of personal travel allowance and business travel allowance, among others. In line with the directive, United Bank of Africa, UBA, one of the commercial banks in Nigeria, has published names of 3 customers who allegedly received foreign currency under false pretenses and have not returned it. And now on the foreign scene, local health authority of Afghanistan says over a dozen children have died of malnutrition in the last 6 months in Afghanistan's Western Gulf province, local health authorities said on Monday. A doctor who works in the provincial hospital, Muhammad Musa Alfat, said that about 300 children who were suffering from malnutrition were brought to Ghar Provincial Hospital over the past 6 months, and 17 of them have died. Another doctor in the hospital, Idima Sultan, said that the hospital receives between 20 to 50 children suffering from malnutrition daily. According to him, the hospital is, however, facing medicine shortage and can't offer therapeutic foods to the victims. Meanwhile, Malawi Sunula, head of the Provincial Health Department in the Western Poor Province, confirmed the shortages, however, said he had contacted several organizations, including the World Health Organization, for help. And now for our entertainment, Blessing Adejo is on standby. Over to you, Blessing.
It don't happen. It don't happen. My friend, it don't happen.
Hello, wonderful people. How you all doing? It's Monday evening. I hope you guys are having an amazing time. Well, it's your girl, Blessing Adejo. Welcome to another exciting episode of Entertainment News. Nigerian singer Charles Okuta, popularly known as Charlie Boy, has charged Nigerian youth to get involved in politics to protect their future and change the present political structure. Okuta made the call in an interview on the sideline of his arrival reception from the United Kingdom by his fans in Lagos. He explained the Nigerian youth cannot afford to give up or lose hope when the situation in the country has not changed. According to him, When the youth pulled their strength together, they would be able to change the present system of governance and also better things for themselves. The music star urged youth to be bold and find different ways to inspire themselves. He, however, hinted that he would only go back to the streets to protest as usual, only if he gets authorization from his native spiritual father. A Nigerian man who has accused a pastor on social media of destroying a marriage of 12 years by marrying his wife has tied the knot with another lady. Ben Bright's Olu's wedding took place on Saturday, September 25th, less than 2 months after the call-out. The couple's wedding photo shoot surfaced on social media and it sparked mixed reactions. In early August, Ben had called out Pastor Moses Adeoyo of World Bank Assembly in Aneka Opio Akpo local government, Rivers State, for marrying his wife of 12 years. Nigerian filmmaker, director, media consultant Niyi Akimo Lyon's hit comedy My Village People has recorded a major milestone after crossing 100 million naira mark in box office. The movie was produced by Country Culture Network, Film One Entertainment and TMPL Motion Pictures. It is officially the 17th Nollywood title to gross over 100 million naira after 12 solid weeks in box office. Comedian Bobby Ogbuma, who doubles a writer and executive producer of the movie My Village People, follows the story of a prince, a young man who finds himself in a bizarre love triangle with the marine world and a coven of witches as a result of his reckless lifestyle. The film also starred Ikem Owo, Sophia Venita Okpofore, Sophie Alakija, Teresa Edem, Ada Ame, and a host of other talented actors. And that's it on Entertainment News for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I remain your host, Blessing Adajo. Bye.
It don't happen. It don't happen. My belly, it don't happen.
And now on sports, former Arsenal captain Cesc Fabregas and Chelsea Football Club star Marcos Alonso have praised Pedro Rodriguez after netting a goal in Lazio's victory over AS Roma Football Club on Sunday. The Spaniard was given another starting role against his former club by coach Mauricio Sarri, and he was able to play a vital role in the team's victory. Pedro Rodriguez started in the home team's attack alongside Felipe Anderson and Ciro Immobile, and the trio were superb in the game. Serbian star CG Mrkonovic-Savic opened scoring for the home team in the 10th minute, and Pedro Rodriguez doubled the lead in the 18th minute before Roger Ibanez scored a goal for the away team in the 41st minute to end their first half 2-1. Felipe Anderson made it 3-1 in the 63rd minute through an assist from Ciro Immobile before Jordan Veritot scored the last goal of the game for the away team via a penalty kick in the 69th minute to end the match 3-2. Before we end the news, a recap of our major stories. Hoodlums enforcing IPOB sit-at-home burn bus carrying foodstuffs in Enugu State. Expert has urged federal government to cut down administrative expenditure instead of borrowing to finance its projects. Banks begin enforcement of CBN directive on forest defaulters. Safety and security begin with you. Be patriotic. Report any suspicious activity to law enforcement agencies. Please stay safe. That's the Signature TV News Update. On behalf of my producer, John Onya, I am Marvelous Obomman. Thanks for watching.